It's basically when the inside of you has already started to do the shifting and the changing, but the physical is almost like clenching and holding you back. You know that you need to move, but you're not really sure where and how. Hey there, darling. I'm Faith Hunter, and this is the Spiritually Fly podcast, where we explore the soft, sacred, and sometimes messy layers of becoming. Everything I share here is grounded in one intention: to support you in living with more ease, clarity, self trust, and authenticity. Hey, guys. There has been something that has been coming up when in my DMs, in people messaging me, and just conversations that I have been having with friends. And I wanted to do a special episode specifically about this. So, what has been happening is that people have been coming in and saying, I don't really know what's going on with me. I feel a little off. I feel a little disconnected. I can't tell if I am stuck or I am just simply tired, or I feel like something is shifting, but I don't know where I'm headed. And usually, after they say those words, the next thing that follows up is, Faith, am I doing something wrong? Have you ever experienced this? I don't feel clear. Or why can't I just find the answers? Why can't I just figure this out? Now, if this sounds like you, or this is really some familiar conversation or dialogue that you're having in your own head, I want you to just pause with me for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Allow yourself to fully and completely ground in this moment and know that you are not lost. You are simply recalibrating. Now, so often people really get those two, meaning feeling lost and recalibration, mixed up most of the time. But there is a difference, a huge difference. Being lost is this sense of urgency, it's this frantic state that we are moving through. I mean, I've been there so many times. And it's like, you need to get the answers now. Like, I mean, it will keep you up. You will be staring at your phone. Maybe you're asking ChatGPT, can we give me the answers? Maybe you're calling people. I mean, are you just like, let me go to the gym and work out? Or one of my favorites, let me go on an intense walk. And then the answers will come. Like you're pushing the answer. But recalibration feels a little different. Recalibrating is this internal movement that is happening in your body and can sometimes come out in a frantic, anxious type of way, but you are internally shifting. And I was listening to this podcast episode yesterday, and they were talking about quantum leaping. Now, I'm not saying that recalibrating is quantum leaping, but recalibrating, I find, is this aspect of our soul knowing that it is time to move to a different dimension. And so you have the opportunity to go and live on that next plane. And if this is sounding really esoteric to you, just hear me out. There's the deal is that we are often getting stuck in the same rhythm, in the same pace, in the same job, in the same relationship, even if it's a different scenario or situation or person, the energetics is the same. And at some point, our body, our mind, and our soul absolutely knows that it's time to shift. It's time to shift to your next dimension. It is time to shift and allow yourself to fully 100% completely quantum leap to the next zone. And that is an internal process. It's basically when the inside of you has already started to do the shifting and the changing, but the physical is almost like clenching and holding you back. You know that you need to move, but you're not really sure where and how. A lot of women I talk to are going through the exact same thing. Maybe you are moving through this right now. And in that process of experiencing that recalibration, you're still functioning, you're still showing up, you're doing all the things that you need to do, but probably not as efficiently as possible. The crazy part is that behind the scenes of this recalibration, you know that you need to shift, but what you actually really need is a little motivation, a little extra push, a little support, a little guidance, and you need to tap into your breath. You need to journal. You need to find your moments of stillness because you need to make space. And when you make space, you can feel more aligned. Because when you are not allowing yourself to find that spaciousness, the pace that you are moving on right now, where you are still drilling and grinding, is not sustainable. It doesn't mean that you are wrong in any way. Most of the time, it means that, I should say, what you are experiencing right now, if this is you, is that you have outgrown the old version of you. You've outgrown her. Hmm. And I want you to know that outgrowing that old version of you at this moment is probably not feeling very empowering, especially when you are getting, especially when you are experiencing those restless nights. And sometimes what you're maybe feeling is confusion, discomfort, and maybe you're even hiding from that version, meaning that next version of you. So the beautiful part is what makes this season hard that you're in. And I'm laughing about it because I've been there, baby. I've been there. What makes it hard isn't the recalibration. What makes it hard is the pressure that we put on ourselves, the pressure that we apply to the urgency to remove ourselves from the discomfort and to just say, I just want to leap into the next zone. I want to leap into my next paradigm. I want to leap into the next version of me that feels amazing and powerful and great and safe and secure and like happy, joyful, playful. Right? We really want to drop into those spaces, but we can't rush it. And here's another thought is that we have all been taught that not knowing is the problem, meaning not knowing what is next is the problem. And that's not the case. We've also been taught that clarity comes quickly, and it doesn't. And we've also been told that if we pause for too long, we will fall behind. If we even pause for a breath, we're going to miss it. If we decide to pause and take a rest, we're not the early bird. So instead of moving with the pushing, the demanding, instead of applying the pressure, I want you to sit with the questions. I don't want you to rush the answers. I instead want you to pause, to breathe, and create spaciousness so that the things that you're seeking, the life that you desire, the next realm that you want to move through can unfold. And magically, sometimes it can happen quickly when you do give yourself that space. I want you to take a moment and just notice your energy right now. What are you pulling on? What is tugging at your soul right now? One hand over the center of your chest and the other hand on your belly. Just kind of breathe into that. What is pulling you in this moment? What feels uncomfortable? And then I want you to take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and exhale out of your mouth. Maybe even sigh if you want. Deep breath in through your nose, exhale out of the mouth. And one more. Deep breath in through your nose and exhale out of your mouth. And then continue to breathe and know that in those moments when you are feeling anxious, when you're feeling uncomfortable, when you're feeling disconnected, when you're feeling the need to push, and add more pressure, that's the breath I want you to use, because what's happening is this trigger of your old behavior that's saying that you have to have the answers now. And your body dysregulates. So that breath is going to bring you more into alignment, more into this place of balanced regulation. Yeah. The other thing I want you to know is that this season isn't asking you to reinvent yourself. It's asking you to pay attention. Pay attention to what you no longer need to carry forward in this next season. And definitely pay attention to what you no longer desire to tolerate. Sit on that. What you don't need to carry forward and what you don't need to tolerate. You cannot take this into the next paradigm. You cannot take this on your next path. You cannot carry that energy and vibration into your next season. This season right now that you're in, this place of discomfort, is asking you to pause, to breathe, to find a sense of ease, to get quiet. And in those moments of stillness and quiet and peace and serenity, right, the space, the container that you're creating for yourself is going to allow you to receive the answers. Now, if this conversation is landing in a deeper way for you, I want you to know it's not random. That's awareness starting to shift in your body. And when that starts to happen, it helps if you have a place for your body and soul and your mind to land. The Spiritually Fly membership is this place that I've created for those who are ready to pause and nurture their souls and tap into the inner knowing and listen to their intuition. It's not about fixing yourself or figuring everything out. It's simply a place to sit with yourself, to let things settle, and to move forward when it's actually time. Let's talk a little bit more about recalibration. Recalibrating doesn't mean you have to stop living your life. It doesn't mean you pause all the time. It means you have to stop forcing. You have to stop forcing the next chapter. The answers will come. And if other people are noticing what you are experiencing during this moment in time, know that you don't need to explain the season that you are in to anyone. You don't need to label this uncomfortable space that you're sitting in. You don't even need to identify what the next season is fully going to look like, meaning how you're going to get there. You don't need to rush the answers like I've shared before. What you need to allow yourself to do is to be in the here, be in the now, be in the middle, be in the pause, be in the not knowing. Because that is an absence of direction. That is your direction being redefined, reset. And that's okay. So, along with that breathing practice that I just shared, that moment of just stillness and tapping into your breath and just breathing for 4 times is a perfect way to help you recalibrate. Another way to calm and soothe your nervous system so that you can find a sense of spaciousness is pausing and being in stillness for at least a good minute. So that's what we're going to do right now. Wherever you are, even if you're driving and listening to this, pull over. And I'm saying it like that because your heads are probably spinning. If you're listening to this while you're walking, just pause, stand still. Place your left hand over your heart, your right hand over your belly. And start to breathe in through your nose. You're going to hold the breath for about 2 to 3 seconds. And then you're going to exhale slowly. So you do that for a good minute. Just breathing in through your nose. Pausing. And exhaling. And so again, when you're alone, right, you can do the breathing practice for about a good minute. And then after you take about a minute or so of breathing, inhaling through your nose, pausing, holding, and then exhaling, you can keep your hands resting on your body. Maybe even massage the center of your chest and your belly for a few seconds. Applying just a little pressure so that you know that you are present and you've arrived in this moment, fully embodied. And just say to yourself, it's okay. The answers will come. I will know the right path. Life is unfolding in divine timing. I trust my intuition. I know I will be guided in the right direction. My ancestors, my guides, are always there, walking alongside me. Breathe in and exhale. And allow your hands to relax. And I want you to let this message land wherever it needs to in your body, drop into your soul. Allow yourself to hold it, press repeat once again, and listen to it over and over as many times as you need to. That everything is unfolding in divine timing. The answers will come. Give yourself the spaciousness to receive the messages. Trust your intuition and know that you are always, always supported. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Spiritually Fly podcast. Stay soft, stay grounded, and always stay spiritually fly. Ciao.